On Spotlight, singer, songwriter and producer MYSTRO tells us how he got a SONY ATV deal all the way in South Africa. Enjoy.
SONY Music ATV signee, producer cum singer MYSTRO has come a long way from his local church in Zuba, that's the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, where he played the drums and sang. His musical ambitions, he says, started early.
Well, at 8 years old, I started playing gigs, like professional gigs, jazz. I was in a band at that time. I was in a jazz band back in Abuja. And yeah, basically professionally, just playing with guys. Before, it was just basics in church, play the piano in the junior choir, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, I started going out for gigs, travels and everything at 8. I have a band. I worked with Bossa Johnson, Susan West. Susan West is a jazz singer I played the piano for. And there's a juju singer back then. It's called Bobinkus. So is known for big gigs and everything. So I used to be like the lead pianist. Yeah, I play every other instrument as well, but I was majorly on the piano back then.
But baby, you know you drive me crazy, and after thinking lately, would you have my baby?
Balancing his education with his musical ambition was a challenge. The graduate of economics reveals his mother refused to raise a son without a degree.
Thank God for the kind of mother I have. She's very strict. She does not joke with my schooling. So at that point, because my mom and my dad are separated, so it was really hard for her, only you know, so she wanted the best. She wanted just education and me, I want to do music, you know, but then I had to just struggle with school. Then I did my primary school, started off in Lagos, then moved to Abuja. So I did my primary school to secondary school in Abuja. Then I continued in 05, I guess, I think, 05 in University of Abuja as well.
Though his band life was far from being over, MYSTRO did not give up on his big dreams.
I used to be in the paramilitary band. I don't know, a lot of people don't know this. I was in a civil defense band. So at that point, my mom wanted that for me because, you know, mothers will, this is a government job. You need to work hard, do it, and you know, I had I had a lot of visions. I had where I was going, you know. So I was there for like 4 years until I resigned and said, okay, I want to do this officially. Like I want to just go out there and show people what I have. So I've been a producer at that point. When I leave the office, I'll just change into my bag, change my hand, just switch, you know. And so I resigned and started off. I met a guy. It was really challenging. I was just trying to remember the processes, and I met this guy that just wanted to invest in me. He heard on my song, my first single, all the way back then, and he just said, "Yo, let me invest in you." And I said, "I married you." And then we started off. But in between, I've gone to shows that they will put the mic, or won't let me perform, or you know, stuff like that, you know. So yeah.
His persistence finally paid off. Today, he boasts of a reputation as a bankable songwriter, instrumentalist and producer with a number of songs to his credit. He has worked with many in the industry, including Sonora singer Waje, Afro pop star Davido and his signee Lola Ray, international star Ayo and Maven record signee Inyanya. However, of all his accomplishments, one stands out: a songwriting deal with SONY ATV Music Publishing, South Africa.
I never fail to recall who you are, In your arms, I can make it. Since we are young and this song is alright.
I've over the years, I've had a lot of great moments. I had lots of great moments, especially for me. Last year, I got signed to SONY ATV in South Africa, and one of the few moments I really thank God for is when I performed in South Africa, Joburg. They didn't know me, that was like my first performance in Joburg, and you need to see the audience. The connection was great, and it was the Africa Days Award. Africa Days concert at Joburg. So at that point, I didn't know the officials in SONY was in the crowd. Immediately after my performance, they had to call me to have a listening section that day. So I had to leave that point and go to the hotel, rush with my laptop, and I played a lot of stuff. I have a clip somewhere of the video, and it was like a great moment for me. I have a lot of people, white people, black people listening to me, and it was great. It was a great feeling.
In your arms, I can make it. Since we are young and this song is alright. It doesn't matter how hard we fight. As long as we remain love, we're so fine.
With a number of his own songs, Awele, and work getting wide acceptance, MYSTRO is working on his debut EP titled Expressions of a Maestro, which he hopes to offer later this year.
Awele, baby, I know that you've been born. Ooh, girl, I love you, Awele, yeah. I'm willing to love you more and more. I know that you've been born before. Awele, girl, I'm willing to love you more. Awele me, oh.